We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up TPL stock. We are on the monthly time frame. Price action, last candle to the right hand side. It's a bullish green candle. We do have price action overall, lower lows, price action overall, higher highs of structure. So let's take a look at what's going on. Price action is currently sitting at 1802.18. The market has created the highest it's ever been. So price action is a huge bullish green candle with no wicks up to that top side, maybe a little wick to that bottom side. So this market could still have a chance to draw back a little bit. If not, market could still push up with a solid bullish green candle, and we'll identify as we walk down the time frame. So we do know that price action, huge bullish green candle, very solid. So we do know that the market broke that overall resistance line. So we have a break and retest coming from a pattern at that low. So market is coming from that first, second, third, fourth, retest one, retest two. Now we got the breakout, and we're going to see if that market's going to retest the previous area, at least that midpoint, as we walk down the time frame to push up for that third time. Now, if that market is rejected at this area, we're looking for price action to engulf the second last candle body and most of that wick to push that market down. If so, market's coming from that first, second, third. We receive the engulfment towards the second last candle. Market's creating that M pattern again. Now, if not, that market can't consolidate sideways within that price action candle. Now, working our way to the weekly time frame, price action is a bullish green candle. Second last candle is a doji, so that's a retest. Third to last candle is a push. So we can see right below that price action, we have a formation of a pattern. So market did break out of the higher highs from that pattern of that first, second, third, fourth. So we have a double bottom, retest, one push. So the only thing we still not identifying after the break is that we don't see that market's coming back to fully retest that previous side. So all we see is bullish green candles, and we know that retest could be coming soon. So we're looking for that market to retest nearing the numbers of 1898.94. That's how far it can pull down to, or before that, and still create some momentum to push up further. Working our way to the daily time frame. So price action on the daily time frame reading as a bullish green candle. Now the last few candles, price second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is a little bit of a tight consolidation. Some is connected with wicks, some is connected with the bodies, but that market is in that slight uptrend within that area. So it looks like it's a huge consolidation, but of an uptrend. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tag all those areas, grab that support so we can see that the market is respecting that bottom side, and we can tag all those areas of resistance so we can see market is tagging that resistance side, and the market's up and down into that pattern structure. So let's see if we can read the pattern that's in that area. So we already know that if that market does work its way up, market broke, came back to retest, still not a full retest back to the two SR lines as a support, but we do have that first, second, third, fourth retest, and the market pushed up, and we still looking for that market to see if it's going to push up further to come back to retest near the price numbers of 2115.50 to work his way up further. But if so, we want to see price action engulf that second last candle wick. If it's not with this candle, it's the following candle to really identify that market's going to push up further. If not, that market could be a 50-50 chance that it can push back down, just because price action body is above the previous body, and that price action doesn't have a wick, so it's not engulfing the second last candle wick. So that market is could be creating some type of resistance in that area for that market to drop back down. And if that market is declined, we'll talk about that on the 4-hour time frame. So if that market is rejected on that 4-hour time frame or before, we can see that market's tagging that areas multiple times for that first, second, third, fourth, retest, one, retest, and it can push down if it's rejected at this area. So market is breaking out that previous side just a bit. Price action on the 4-hour time frame did engulf that second, third, fourth last candle wick. So that market could be pushing up further. Price action body is above the previous body. Price action wick is above the previous wick. We can see price is headed up to that resistance trend line we created. So it can be having some denial to come right back down to that previous side. But we'll tell as we walk down further. So as I said before, we're looking for price to engulf that previous second, third, fourth, the last candle of the market, doji, push up to the pin up to the top doji to see what that market's going to do. So we're going to put that area in the zone so when we walk down, we can see what's really happening in that structure. Walking down to a 3-hour time frame. So price action on 3-hour time frame is identifying a doji, so it's retesting that zone. So we can see that W formation that created first, second, third, fourth. The market pushed up. Second last candle came back to retest. Now we got to wait to see what's going to happen. Now, if it follows up with a bearish red candle to engulf that price action, market coming down to at least it can come down to the midpoint first, which would be at 2103.49. If it breaks that zone, then we look for price to drop down further to the next level, nearing the numbers of 2045.28. And if it breaks that, headed down to the next level of 1991.46, and so on. Headed down to the 2-hour time frame, same as well. Price action, the doji retest the top of that zone. 1-hour time frame, same as well. Price action, doji retest the top of that zone. 45-minute, same thing. Price action, bullish green candle, retesting the top of that zone. 30-minute time frame, same as well. Doji, 15-minute time frame. Now we have a doji, so the colors is mismatching on what happened, but we'll talk about it. So what happened was that second last candle spiked up. That price action did end up spiking back down, and then that price action still was active, so it pushed. So as we walk down the time frame, we should be able to identify a push and retest, a break and retest of that zone. If not, it'll follow up and come. And now we can see that break and retest on that 5-minute time frame. So let's take a closer look. Market's getting very choppy. So we can read that that market did break, came back to retest, and we did receive that push with the second last candle. That price action came back to retest. So we got to wait to see what's going on. So it's identifying the break and retest. So if that market work its way down, it's coming from that M structure of that first, second, third, and the market could push down from that double top. And we know where it's headed up to that midpoint line of that zone. 3-minute time frame, and our price action bullish green candle trying to engulf the second, third, last candles. Now, if this market is respected for that closeout above those candles, we do see the break. The market came back to retest. So it's identifying a first, second, third, and then price action trying to push up from a W formation. So eventually, market's very choppy on these screens, walking down the last 4 time frames. But before that, 15, 30, maybe the 45 an hour, you'll start seeing the break and retest as right here, the first, second, third, and market's trying to push up. Price action, long wick down to the bottom, lost a lot of momentum to the bottom for that reverse, was showing that that market could be pushing up for a bullish green candle if we receive that engulfment to the previous side with the third and fourth to last candle in the market. Okay guys, this is Cam Jones, FX, TLP, TPL, stock.